It's a bit of a different feeling around the club in a derby week.
I don't know if it's different. I mean, it's exciting, and being back at Etihad's, it's good for us. It's a good surface, and with a big crowd tomorrow. We're looking forward to it.
They seem to grow an extra leg when they play you. Doesn't matter where positions are on the ladder. Does it make you a little bit edgier heading into a match like this?
No, not really. I'd like to think we get up for them as well. So, look, it's an important game for both clubs. Obviously, we want to keep pursuing that top spot, and they're pretty desperate to make finals. So I guess that shows that regardless of the derby aspect, it's going to be a big game tomorrow with both clubs looking for a result. So we're expecting a tough one, but I think our form's been pretty good recently. So hopefully we take that into the game.
Can I just ask you about that crowd figure? I mean, there's every chance that it could be a record crowd. I know it's not your number one priority, but what would it say about the game if you could smash that 42?
No, it's important. I mean, I love big crowds, and if we keep breaking records, it's great. It's great for the code. It's great for our football club. So it is important. If we were playing in the stadium in front of 5,000 people, I'd be pretty disappointed. So hopefully we do get a record crowd. The signs are really good. We had a great weekend last week. Sold out Amy Park, and everyone who turned up, I think, left pretty satisfied with what they saw in terms of the spectacle. And with it being a derby tomorrow, and everyone back at holidays, and back at schools, I'm hoping that we do break the record.
You settled on the starting 11 for the game yet?
Oh yeah, just about. We've only really got the one change. Diogo Ferreira suspended, obviously, so young Scotty Galloway will probably come in for him, and that'll be the only one.
Your thought process behind Galloway? He obviously made his debut in the youth team last week.
He's we brought him in. We've obviously been following him for a while, and he's a good young kid, and he did well in the youth team. He's trained really well with us. He's got a good head on his shoulders, and from our point of view, when you lose a player, whether it's suspension or injury, you kind of don't want to disrupt things if they're going well. So rather than shift the team around to kind of compensate for one change, it's better we just bring in somebody who plays that position. He right backs his natural position, so he's comfortable there. And look, I got a lot of time for him. I think he's going to be a really good acquisition for us. And if he gets a start tomorrow, he'll kickstart his Melbourne Victory career.
He's only 17. Do you think you'll be able to handle the pressure of a big game like the derby?
We'll find out, won't we? And I don't think age has got anything to do with it. I've seen 30-year-olds crumble on the big stage. So at the end of the day, he plays for Melbourne Victory. So we can't find a game where we're going to play in front of 3,000 people for him. So he wants to be a Melbourne Victory player. That means playing in front of big crowds, big games, and I'm really confident he'll play well.
They've lost 4 of their sort of big guns this week, haven't they? Do you sense that you're getting them at the right time?
Oh, look, I don't know about that. I mean, they've had some decent results, particularly here in Melbourne, even with absences over the last month or so. So, and because it is a big game and they're pretty desperate, I don't expect it to be an easy game. But if they're weakened in any way, if they feel weakened in any way, we'll take it. I mean, at the end of the day, we just want to win and like I said, continue our good form and our progress.
I think you're going for something like 5. This is your 5th win on the trot. Do you feel that, obviously, are you happy with where the team's at and sort of finals looming?
Yeah, look, we're going well. I mean, obviously you want the results, and the results have come in the last, month. As I said, pretty consistently after week 4, we were 3 losses and the bottom of the ladder. So we've had a steady climb since then. But more pleasing for me is we're playing better football now than we were even a month ago. Even since the last derby, I think the quality of our play from our point of view, analysis point of view, is getting better. So that's what you want. I mean, you want to play in finals, obviously, and you want to win the competition. But the key to that is to have good form going into finals. So we've had a steady rise, and we just got to maintain that and improve that over this last third of the season to make sure that when we finish wherever we finish, we're hitting the finals in good form.
Ange, this game on the weekend is the first of many big games at the club. To what extent is this period a season defining period?
Oh, look, I mean, like I said, even if we get through this month, I wouldn't want to limp into the final. So it becomes really important. What we have done is we've created a real good foundation for ourselves to have a good shot at finishing first and also a good shot at playing in the grand final, which is obviously our objective. We're in second spot. We've got some big games, as you said, coming up. So if we get through this period and we're still, in good shape, it'll mean that those last 5 games that, we can really focus in on having some good form. But ultimately, we're still a fair bit of points to be won between now and then. But I kind of like the foundation we've built. It gives us, there's no excuse for us now, put it that way. I think we really got to go for it from here to the end of the season.
Over that period, what are your 3 or 4 priorities?
I don't think it's a matter of priorities. It's just about improving our general play. If we keep improving our play, we've shown up until now the way we play has got us where we are, and if we keep improving that, I'm sure it'll take us to where we want to go.
Hart potentially going to go have 2 young fullbacks, at left back and right back. Is that sort of an area you guys might target?
As I said before, we got a 17-year-old right back and an 18-year-old centre back, so I reckon we've got them covered. So age is irrelevant to me. I look at the quality of players, so we'll address them as a team, as a whole, and again, the focus will be on us, making sure we play well.
On your 18-year-old centre-back, soon to be 19, Nick Ansell, just a line on him and his progress thus far?
Yeah, he's been really good. I mean, you talk about throwing people in the deep end. He got thrown in the deep end just before Christmas. He played in some pretty big games, and he's been really good. And every week he's been getting better and better. Again, he's one that we got high hopes for, not just for this year but beyond. Again, a good head on his shoulders, and I'm sure he's looking forward to it. I see progress with him every game he plays, and tomorrow's another opportunity for him to further establish himself in our first 11.
In Lee Broxford, he got a 3-year extension. A guy who, in many people's eyes, his career was at Crossroads at the start of this season, even a few months ago. It's obviously a big tick for him. Yeah,
look, I had no doubts. I mean, I've known Lee for a long time, I've known him since he was 16, so he's a good footballer. I think that gets underestimated a little bit, and I think in our system he fits in really well. He's also obviously versatile. He's played in a number of different roles, and again, when you're talking about an A-League squad with limited squad numbers and salary caps, you need people who are going to be really reliable. Knock on wood, he's rarely injured, doesn't miss training, so. And he's part of the Melbourne Victory culture. Along the way, in this A-League, we've already seen it can be a bit of a revolving door. You've got to have some people who stand for what the football club's about. Melbourne Victory's been really good with that, with people like Kevin Muscat, Daniel Allsop, Archie, and hopefully Lee can stamp his own mark on the football club over the next period.
Can I just ask you a line on Bex? He's picked Paris instead of Bundoora.
Bex, he has. Yeah. Surprising.
Not sure if it was Posh's decision or what's going on there, but
yeah, no. Look, it would have been great. It would have been great to have him here, I guess, from a league perspective. But he probably looked at the geography of everything, and without being disparaging to anything we got to offer, I reckon Paris has got us covered in maybe what their priorities in life are at the moment.